I set up an entire manufacturing line right at home. And somehow I'm able to produce over $40,000 worth of product every month. No factory, no staff.
What about me?
Except my wife. I assemble my own PCBs, manufacture parts. We do the kitting, assembly, testing, all of it here in-house. I'll walk you through the entire process and the major key steps to make this possible. But before I do, you're probably wondering, why in the world are we doing this all from home? When you're starting out, budgets are going to be tight, and factories, well, they charge an arm and a leg. Plus, usually they want monthly minimums. And with the tariffs, going abroad, unfortunately, not really an option. So instead, I decided to bootstrap and actually prove that it is possible to run a small business, a hardware business, directly out of your own house. It's not easy, but it's possible. So what exactly am I making that's actually worth all this effort? It's called the Micro Racer. It's a tiny open sourced racing car that spins out when it hits an obstacle and speeds up when it hits a boost. Really, really cool. Every kit that we produce comes as a build-it-yourself project, but the best thing, you get to learn how it works. And for a limited time, I'm adding free access to my private paid community with a purchase of a Micro Racer. So if you want one, check it out at stockappprototype.com. And I'm super proud to be making them right here. So let's jump into the lab. Thankfully, I already own a pick and place. Now, to be clear, it's not easy to assemble your own PCBs by any stretch of imagination. And it is time consuming. You need to deal with inventory, supply chain issues, procedures, and not to mention the work itself. PCB assembly is actually one of the most time consuming pieces of the entire manufacturing process for my Micro Racers. Unfortunately, the machine I have cannot do all the components, and therefore I have to even do hand assembly. I have to solder, I have to fix the components. It's kind of a nightmare. Apula, reach out. And then there is cleaning, and then finally testing. For testing the PCBs, I've written the custom firmware. I have a tiny little jig that I made that we use with pogo pins to make sure that all the motors spin, all the motors function, that the color sensor functions. Now, this is a stopgap solution. It's going to be updated over time. I'm imagining this big jig where you press a button, you put in that PCB, press a button, and the whole thing is just tested for you. But we'll get there, one step at a time. For now, I have my lovely assistant doing that for me.